As the gang are flying through space, they encounter what looks to be a big-ass tree just floating in space.
That makes sense!
So Sora and Donald begin to argue whether to land and explore the new world. Sora wants to go look for his best friendos, Riku and Kairi, but Donald doesn't really want to because this place looks backwater as crap, and he doesn't believe that his, Rat King is gonna be chilling there, because, it looks like crap. Anyway, they squabble and manage to crash land into a big-ass jungle. Sora immediately gets attacked by the leopard that killed Tarzan's parents. But then Tarzan appears, and the leopard is like, oh hell no, and yeets itself out the window.
Oh, Croaky, this is for the broken window.
What broken window?
Sora is not at all fazed by this strange naked man just standing in front of him, and immediately begins to interrogate him about where his friends are, even though Tarzan speaks monkey and not English.
Tarzan, go.
And I'm Sora. Tarzan go, Sora go.
And while all this is happening, Sora begins to hallucinate Kairi again.
Gosh, where are we? I sure hope Sora's okay.
Who needs them? We can find the kid without them, huh?
Oh?
Anyway, Sora and Tarzan make their way down the tree by what I can best describe is skateboarding down some trees. So Tarzan takes Sora to meet Jane, probably because she can speak English, and then Clayton, the only other British person who can speak English, walks in.
But you see, I'm British.
So are these.
You see.
Sora!
Goofy! Donald!
A circus of clowns. Not much use for hunting gorillas.
Mr. Clayton, we're studying them, not hunting them. This is research.
For science!
Yes, evil science.
So apparently Donald and Goofy found some Legos in the jungle, and this convinces them that Mikhail Moose is somewhere around here. So Sora begins to mess around the camp, doing things like practicing alchemy and inventing Instagram, until Clayton gets fed up because he really wants to go see some
Gorillas. Gorillas.
And what is his motivation, you might ask?
We've got to have money.
Look at that man's smile. He's trustworthy as hell. And now it's time to climb the jungle. And as many of you know, this is the worst level in terms of platforming because it is long, confusing, hard to navigate, and very easy to fall off, making you climb all the way back up again. Not to mention that you have to make this trek multiple times, but I'll get to that. Anyway, it's time to meet Kerchak, and for those of you not in the know, that is Tarzan's monkey daddy, who also hates him. So Tarzan asks Kerchak to bring the humans to the gorilla commune, but Kerchak hits Tarzan with the
These white men are dangerous.
I mean, yay, family trauma and drama and all that other nonsense. I don't really care, but my question is, why can't Donald and Goofy understand gorilla since, they're supposedly animals? I think.
You have such a beautiful language.
So Sora and the gang swing on some vines to reach the treehouse. At the treehouse, we actually get to see Clayton try to shoot a gorilla in the face. So the gang manages to stop him, mostly thanks to Donald, and Kerchak is just standing there menacingly. So the gang is mad at him, but it turns out that Clayton has an ironclad excuse.
You don't understand. I was only trying to. A snake slithered by. You see, I saved that poor gorilla's life.
That makes sense!
So anyway, Sora yeets himself off of the big-ass treehouse. Back at the camp, Clayton is being reprimanded by Jane, and he gets the coldest stare down I think I've ever seen.
What am I doing with these imbeciles? Blasted gorillas! I'll hunt down every last one of them. I'll track them down somehow. I'll stake my life on it.
Well, I don't know what that was, but it's dead now. Anyway, now it's time to climb the damn jungle again and rescue some gorillas while fighting some more monkey heartless.
Monkey!
Eventually, Sora finds Clayton's pipe and gets attacked by the damn tiger. Clayton was my boy, and you murderized him, you stupid cat. He's so sad. Eventually, we take our revenge on the damn leopard and even steal his teeth to make it into a necklace because, you know, revenge. You get justice for my boy Clayton. How could you do him like that? It's so sad. Meanwhile, we see Jane get attacked by a gorilla, and when the gang returns to camp, she's gone. You know what? Them damn gorillas kidnapped her. How much you want to bet that's what happened? We should have trusted Clayton. Hashtag justice for my boy. So Sora and the gang go to look for Jane, and Tarzan says that she's at the treehouse. Which, first of all, how the hell did he know that?
Get back, witch!
I'm not a witch, I'm your wife.
Second, that means that we gotta travel up the damn tree one more freaking time. For crap's sake, game. This is like the third time already. They need to install a damn elevator in this stupid jungle. But it does make sense why Tarzan is so damn buff with all this climbing.
Sexy.
So I realized that most of my opinions have been pretty negative on this world so far. So to counteract this negativity, here's one of my friends and resident Tarzan lover. Take it away.
I'm tired of all of this deep jungle slander. You're out here talking about how it's easy to get lost in the jungle. Brother, you go into the jungle and try not to get lost. No, in all seriousness, I actually do think that the deep jungle is a lot more underrated than people give it credit for. I think a lot of the criticisms are absolutely warranted for this world, such as the repetitive level design, the cumbersome platforming. But when I take a step back and take a look at what deep jungle was back in Kingdom Hearts, I think that there's a lot of things that people forget to give it credit for. First, let's just look at the context of where this world was in the game. The starting location in Kingdom Hearts is a small island, not a whole lot of exploration. Next, we go to Traverse Town, which is our first exploration of a city type area in the series. The first two Disney worlds that we go to are Tarzan and Alice in Wonderland. Tarzan really only being 3 rooms total, and Wonderland feeling like a very large room with lots of rooms inside of it. Deep Jungle, on the other hand, in my opinion, feels like the very first world that we explore in Kingdom Hearts. Take into context of all of the other worlds that we visit here in this game, and we come to this vast open level design with all of these jungle areas and swinging vines and falling down and landing in swamps and other areas of this jungle world. And yeah, it's going to feel like you are getting lost in a jungle. It's having you go back and forth and you're exploring so much of this world, and it genuinely feels like the biggest world in the game so far. I'd even argue that by the end of the game, it really is one of the biggest worlds in Kingdom Hearts, partially because of, sure, some of its pacing, having you go back and forth between levels, but I think there are just so many little level rooms in this world that it really is an incredibly big world. Tarzan is our very first unique party member in the game, so there's a lot of really cool novelty to that as well, and it introduces a very cool mechanic that will continue later on in the series. But most of all, I think I personally have such a strong attachment to this world simply because we're probably never going to see Tarzan ever again in the series. When I think back to whenever I was a kid playing this game for the first time and Tarzan being easily my favorite Disney movie of all time, this game really had something very special with Tarzan and Deep Jungle, in my opinion. As a young person who had really no concept of what good level design was or good game design, I took a look at what this world had to offer, and like I was just talking about, I truly felt like this world was a world, and I was getting lost, and I was feeling like I was getting rewarded every single time that I made it to a new cutscene or a new area. And I think that ending battle with Clayton and the heartless iguana type enemy, I think, sure, in hindsight is a little silly whenever you're older, but when I was younger, I really felt like the game was portraying in a really effective way. I feel like the overlooming darkness presence that is introduced as a concept in Kingdom Hearts is very effectively put into the world, specifically into Clayton as an enemy. Sure, a lot of my love for this level may just come down to my love for Tarzan and how I felt about this game back whenever I was younger, but a piece of me does start to feel like, well, maybe if I wasn't so critical of video games, maybe if I wasn't personally so aware of what quote unquote good or bad level design is, maybe I would have a different appreciation for this world today. An appreciation that isn't necessarily tinted by rose-colored glasses. Anyways, I think that any criticisms of this world really are valid. I just have personally some very positive memories and feelings about the Deep Jungle. And thank you again for having me in your video.
Anyway, Sora and the gang rescue Jane from some Heartless, and then we gotta go back down the freaking tree to get back to camp.
My legs are on fire. I can't. Oh God. Guys.
What?
The door's locked.
Okay, so this next scene is pretty hilarious, so pay attention. So, my boy Clayton, he's alive. Yes, I'm so happy. So, Clayton is about to shoot a gorilla in the face, and Sora is just like, no. And the Kerchak just straight up leaves. This gorilla just cannot be bothered in this game. Anyway, we start fighting. Clayton and Tarzan just gets insta-wrecked. So, Clayton is using a big-ass, I don't know, iguana or whatever the hell this thing is to fight.
So stay there!
Eventually, Clayton dies by getting squished by the big-ass iguana. No!
Look how they massacred my boy.
A quick sidebar, what's your country's stance on murder?
Oh, it's widely accepted.
It's our national pastime.
Troubling, but convenient.
He's so sad. And apparently, watching someone get murderized gives Sora the ability to heal. Wait, what?
Huh?
So apparently this is Tarzan's home, which of course is a platforming nightmare. But regardless, Sora makes it to the top of the waterfall and seals the keyhole, which in turn spawns more Legos for whatever reason. And then we get a bestiality joke in my Disney game for 10-year-olds.
I think someone has a new admirer.
No, 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 no! Dizzy would kill me!
And now we flash sideways to see what the evil council is up to. Basically, they call Clayton weak, and they are also apparently kidnapping the Disney princesses, and for some reason, they took Alice from Wonderland?
There's been a terrible mistake. I gotta fix this.
Anyway, back at the jungle, it's party time. And Tarzan gives Sora a keychain that transforms the Kingdom Key into the Jungle King. And it's pretty on brand because it looks like some random crap Tarzan found on the ground in the jungle, but an upgrade is an upgrade, so I'll take it. Anyway, it's time to go back to Traverse Town to see if the Final Fantasy characters know how to play with Legos. And I hope you guys enjoyed your trip down memory lane in the deep jungle, because we will never go back to this place ever again in the entire franchise. Bye, Tarzan. See you never.
Arrivederci.